Hello, everyone. I'm Meg from Beyond Mystic and Maison Jupiter, and welcome to your weekly Beyond Astro forecast for the week of August 2nd to August 9th, Wednesday to Wednesday. And very nice to be here with you all. Happy full moon in Aquarius. So excited to share the astrology with you guys today. Very, very interesting week as we're going to get into some really unique things going on. So just want to say thank you all so much for watching, and let us know how you're all doing in the comments, how your last week was going, how you're feeling today, how you're kind of navigating the current energies, because there is a lot going on, that's for sure. So before we get into specifics, I'd like to mention, please remember to like and share this content if you enjoy it. It really helps us share this beautiful, magical information from the Beyond Mystic YouTube channel. And please remember to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I've been hearing some people, not anyone subscribed to the Beyond Mystic channel, but other YouTube channels, noticing people are getting unsubscribed without unsubscribing themselves. So just make sure you're subscribed to this video if you want to keep up to date. Sorry, subscribe to this channel if you want to keep up to date with all of our content coming up. So yeah, thank you for all your support, everybody. And also, as always, I'm currently offering personal astrology consultations, which are available over at MAISONJupiter.com. And I'm currently offering 1 hour looking at your year ahead, personal astrology forecasts using your personal transits. And I'm also offering 1 hour birth chart astrology reading, so going deep into the secrets of your birth chart, all that wants to be revealed for your highest good at this time. And as always, we have the discount code, all in one word, Beyond Mystic, that you can use to get 10% off your next reading if you'd like to have a personal reading with me. So, okay, let's get into it. This is an interesting week. Holy guacamole. We've got full moon in Aquarius. So I'm filming this on Wednesday, August 2nd. We had full moon exact time in Aquarius yesterday, Tuesday, August 1st, but we are still in the energy for the next few days of the full moon portal. And we'll even be processing the after effects of it for, I think, the whole next week. This is a very powerful full moon. I'm going to share the chart in a moment, but I just want to say to everyone, as you can see my face if you're watching this video and listening to it, just so you can see me as I'm saying, it is totally normal if you are feeling anxiety, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're having weird physical ascension symptoms at this time, if you're going through something weird, okay, whether that's physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, if there's something weird going on this week, because this is Aquarius. Aquarius is a sign that rules what is weird and different and shocks and surprises. So totally normal if you're going through something like that. And if you're not, awesome. I know I've been personally having some shocks and surprises coming up, and some people around me have as well. So if you're feeling something different with this full moon, that is okay. You are not going crazy. So we're going to go, first of all, deep into what this full moon is all about, first of all. So this is a full moon in Aquarius happening. It happened at 9 degrees at its exact time, which is a Sagittarius degree. And this is interesting right off the bat because Aquarius and Sagittarius are the two signs in astrology that rule freedom. Okay. Aquarius and Sagittarius rule freedom. So there's a really big theme with this full moon around personal freedom in our personal lives and collective freedom. Okay. We can be feeling more like our freedom fighter coming out, or feeling the need to value freedom at an even deeper level. Because what's really interesting this week is we're going to be having Uranus the ruler of Aquarius, planetary ruler of Aquarius, exactly square Venus retrograde. And Venus rules our values. So squares are creative tensions. And yes, Uranus square Venus does have to do with love relationships, because Venus rules love relationships. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. But this is also our values of freedom and our uniqueness and our independence. And what is our real life situation with that on the personal level and the collective level at this moment? I think that can be coming up for a lot of us right now. Anything in life, I'm hearing Spirit say, that makes you feel not in your independence or free, it's time to reevaluate some of those things that take us out of our empowerment of being in alignment with freedom. It's important to look at those things. In astrology, Aquarius rules the collective, the future, goals, inspiration, weirdness, freedom, uniqueness, innovation, invention, creativity, one of the most creative signs. And in medical astrology, Aquarius rules our nervous system and the brain and the higher mind. So it's like the electric circuitry of our body. Aquarius rules electricity. And we're getting really activated also with this full moon, because this full moon in Aquarius is the first full moon that we have had in around 248 years that is in the beginning of the Pluto in Aquarius transit. So I know you guys have heard me and Julie and probably other astrologers and mystics talking about how we've entered the Pluto in Aquarius transit, which started in March of 2023 when Pluto entered Aquarius for the first time in 240 something years. Pluto is back retrograde in Capricorn right now since June until January 20th, 2024, but we're technically starting in the Pluto in Aquarius transit. So this is our first full moon in Aquarius during the Pluto in Aquarius transit. And, you know, we're on the precipice of this age of Aquarius, and Aquarius rules quantum physics and timelines and timeline shifts and the light age that we're stepping into. So this is, I feel like we aren't really able to consciously comprehend how powerful this full moon actually is. I feel there's a lot going on the subconscious levels, on the hidden levels, on the spiritual levels, where we may be cleansing and releasing a lot when we sleep, for example, or in our day-to-day. A lot processing through our nervous system, our brain, our mind, that it may be too much for us to handle as we're humans, you know, living out our day-to-day. So let me know what you guys think about that. I'm feeling that really, really strong. I think we can have some really big personal breakthroughs with this full moon. This feels like a rocket ship that's bringing us into this Pluto in Aquarius transit, is what it's feeling like to me. There's a lot we are shedding with this full moon around what's holding us back from our freedom, our uniqueness, our individuality, our weirdness, and also our goals and inspirations, because Aquarius in astrology rules our goals in the future. So it can really be illuminated at this time. Full moon is an illumination time. What may be really holding us back from certain goals and inspiration, but now isn't the totally right time to put out a new business or really start something new, because we've got so many planets that are retrograde. Mercury pre-shadow is starting tomorrow. So this is a powerful time of reflection and reviewing and seeing what is happening in the present moment and making our decisions from there. One of my most favorite spiritual teachings is the ancient Hawaiian Huna teachings. And they have these Huna principles. I think there's 7 Huna principles. And one of them is, now is the moment of power. So in Hawaiian spirituality and people that practice Huna, it's any decision needs to be made based off of the now moment, not what could be in the future, not what has happened in the past, what is happening right now in the present moment. Retrograde times, which we're in right now, 6 planets retrograde, and by the end of the month, 7, right now, sorry, 5 planets retrograde, and by the end of the month, 7. This is about being in the present moment, doing a reality check of what's around us, while also reviewing and reflecting what has been and what is coming up to the surface at this time. So, really, really powerful, really interested to hear from you all what you're processing, what is coming up for you in life. Let us know in the comments or the live chat if you feel to. And yeah, I mentioned Uranus, the ruler of Aquarius, is squaring Venus retrograde. So, this is affecting also relationships and our freedom and independence, individuality, uniqueness in relationships. Uranus can be shocks and surprises as well. There can be relationship transformations, very big ones happening this week. Arguments, fights, breakups, epiphanies, realizations having to do with relationships. This is not an easy breezy week. I'm just going to be honest with you. So trying your best to keep it cool, take some deep breaths. If there are things coming up in your love relationships, or even with yourself, your relationship with yourself, just trying your best to take it easy on yourself and others. Because Uranus is our nervous system. People can be easily triggered, more easily energized, hyperactive, anxious. So remember to not take anything personally that anyone might say. Also, Aquarius rules groups of people and the collective consciousness and friendship. So I feel like this is a good week to be around like-minded people and groups, maybe going to some classes, yoga classes or sound healing classes or ecstatic dances or whatever it is that resonates with you, where you feel like you're with your tribe and your people. And if you've never had that before, actively seek that out, because that is something very important for us right now. Like-minded people, to be not just online connected to people that are also conscious, but in person. Very, very important for us. And yeah, unexpected events can definitely take place with this full moon. So going to be paying attention to what's going on the world stage. Could be some funky things going on for sure. Possible big protests or revolutions or shocking news being revealed, which I feel like is happening all the time while we've been having Pluto leaving Capricorn in those last critical degrees. Pluto's just demolishing and destroying the structures of our life that we've been used to. So I know that's been going on a lot, but Uranus rules ETs, which has been coming up a lot. Uranus rules UFOs, things from off planet, things that are weird and different, and scientists, good scientists and bad scientists, mad scientists, quantum physics. So there could be a big revelation this week actually involving quantum physics or spiritual science even. So I'm going to be paying attention to some of those spiritual scientific journals and things like that. And put in the comments, you guys, what are your favorite alternative news sources, if it resonates with you, to share some of that, because I'm always interested in seeing that. And I feel like some other people in our like-minded community would appreciate that maybe not know what are some good places to find alternative news. So also, you guys want to mention, which we've been talking about a lot already, but there's an important shift with this. The nodes, the South Node and the North Node, which just entered Aries and Libra a couple weeks ago, are still exactly square Pluto in a T-square there, fun little T-square. But now they're no longer in 29 degrees. The South Node, North Node, and Pluto have now entered 28 degrees this week. And each of the degrees has a different vibration and meaning. Okay. And 28 degrees is a Cancer degree. And Cancer is the sign that rules family, home, homeland, women, mothers, the human race, people, the public, public opinion, countries, patriots, patriotism, liquids, and water. So, with Pluto being square the nodes, which we've been having that for a little while already, and for the next few months, Pluto is the dark side of life and transformation and cleansing and purging. And the nodes, the North Node is our, uh, you know, what we should be focusing on, our higher purpose, if you will, our North Star, as I like to call it. And the South Node is our collective past. So we are purging a lot with Pluto square the nodes. And with Pluto being in Capricorn, of course, it has a lot to do with our old power structures that have been falling and being transformed and being revealed. And with the North Node and South Node being in the relationship axis, Pluto is purging toxic relationships that don't serve us, people in our lives that no longer serve us seeing our relationships very clearly. And we're being called with the North Node in Aries to be fearless and brave and honor self. It's not selfish if we have to make decisions sometimes based on what we really want and not what others, Libra, are projecting on us that is not going to make us happy, or we know in our heart is not truly in alignment with us. So we've been going through those themes with Pluto square the nodes. And now this week, with the nodes and Pluto entering 28 degrees, there's a Cancerian influence over Pluto square the nodes. So there can be things having to do with, this is going to bring even more of a family focus into our relationships, our home life, our homelands, countries. Okay. I'm going to be paying very special attention what is going on with countries. And I know there's a lot of countries in the world, but the countries of the world, while Pluto is square the nodes at this Cancer degree, which rules countries, there can be really big country changes going on for sure. There could be changes in leadership's positions coming up. There can be changes in the public opinion having to do with certain countries or the public opinion in countries. So this is going to be something very interesting to pay attention to. And Cancer also rules the public, people, and the human race. So we may be emotionally, because Cancer is the emotional realm, feeling more these Pluto square the nodes. Not just maybe knowing it because we're hearing astrologers talk about it or we've looked at it ourselves, but actually feeling that purging process going on. So this is really interesting stuff that is happening for sure, you guys. And I want to mention before going further, today, as I'm filming this video, August 2nd at 3 p.m. Eastern, we're going to have the lovely, magical, and amazing Elena and Janine hosting this Aquarius full moon meditation, which is going to be live and available on beyondmystic.academy. You can watch it live today, August 2nd at 3 p.m. Eastern, or the replay is always available. And you can do the replay, within the full moon portal the next few days, but really anytime, because these meditations that they do are absolutely amazing. So Elena is going to be hosting it and guiding us through the full moon meditation. And Janine, of course, is going to do a magical tarot reading for us all. And the theme is manifesting our dreams into reality. So that's going to be super cool. Very, very excited for that. And of course, JC and Julie are also going to be there as well, co-hosting that one. So that's going to be amazing. So, okay, you guys, want to bring up a different chart. This is a chart for August 31st, the end of the month, when we are going to be entering retrograde city. What is retrograde city? That's a fun term. Some of us in the astrology community like to say when we've got a lot of freaking planets retrograde. Okay. So right now, as I'm filming this August 2nd, we've got Venus retrograde, we've got Chiron retrograde, we've got Neptune, Saturn, and Pluto. That's 5. By the end of the month, Uranus and Mercury are also going to be retrograding. 7 planets in total. This is retrograde city. Okay. So just a fun little term we like to use. And I know that this is the end of the month, but just want to prepare you guys because we've already got a lot of the planets retrograde. Tomorrow, August 3rd, Mercury is entering pre-shadow, which is not as intense as when Mercury is technically retrograde starting on August 23rd, but can still be a little bit of a funky energy. The main thing with retrograde is reviewing, reflecting, pausing. This is not a time of, I'm going to move forward and I'm going to sign all the documents I possibly need to, and I'm going to put out this new business and I'm going to go out into the world every day and not doing any reviewing or pausing. No, it is time to reflect, be in the present moment. I'm really feeling soak up the energies of the summer, all of us that are in the Northern Hemisphere. Soak in the sun, be present with the sun, get grounded from the sun, the moon, Mother Earth, and notice what is coming up around you. Notice what is happening in life. What are the synchronicities? What are the themes? What is the universe trying to show you? Because there are major things we are releasing at this time and becoming aware of through pause and reflection, so that after retrograde city, when we get into more the end of September and onwards, a lot of the planets will start going direct by then. We can move forward more. We can put those projects out more. We'll have the clarity more about things by having done the reviewing and reflection. So holy guacamole, you guys, that's going to be a lot of planets retrograde. And it's normal when we do have all those planets retrograde, if you feel a little bit just weird or funky or needing more alone time, not wanting to be as active, that's totally normal. Okay. All very normal. So let me know what you guys think about all of that. I am feeling today to pull some cards from some different decks than usual to see how we can navigate the astrological energies of this week. And I'm feeling Doreen Virtue's decks, who I know Doreen Virtue thinks her cards are evil and negative now. If you guys didn't know that, Doreen Virtue, who was the queen of oracle cards and angel healing and all that stuff, she's denounced it, which is very unfortunate and disappointing. But sending love to you, Doreen, no matter what. I appreciate you, Doreen, and everything that you've done for the spiritual community, even though you're not into it anymore. And I love your cards so much. So I'm going to pull from your cards because these are, I know a lot of us have a special relationship with these cards, especially if you've been into the spiritual for, more than the past 10 years or something. So what are the best ways we can navigate the energies of this week? And first, I'm going to pull from the Angel Therapy Oracle cards. How can we best navigate the energies of this week? Wow. Ooh. Okay. I love these cards. Okay, first one is integrity, which I feel like with the North Node being in Aries, this is very much about we're being called to be in alignment with our integrity for the next year and a half with North Node in Aries. The card says, align your actions, Aries is action, so that they match your values and inner knowingness of what's right for you. So we're getting a message from the angels and spirit, all that supports us, about integrity, being in our integrity. Where do we need to be in even more of an integrity? Or where are we doing a really good job of being in integrity? Where can we give ourselves a pat in the back that we're doing a good job of being integrity? But probably there's some places I'm feeling like spirit wants us to pay attention to be more in some integrity. You can't make this stuff up, you guys. We got the workshops and seminars card. Attending and giving speeches is part of your spiritual path and purpose. Be open to teaching and learning. And remember, guys, Aquarius, our full moon in Aquarius, rules groups of people, workshops, seminars, conferences. Go to a like-minded event. I know I'm always saying that, but seriously, it's a full moon in Aquarius. Go to a like-minded event. You're going to make new friends. You're going to make new connections. Go, go, go. There's really cool stuff for you to learn as well. And you are a powerful light worker. It is safe for you to be powerful. Your spiritual power brings great blessings in loving service to the divine. I feel like these two are very North Node in Aries. Integrity, and we are powerful light workers. We can do this. We're here on divine mission. It's all good. This is a little bit of a funky week, being honest with you guys, with the Venus square Uranus, Pluto square the nodes. It's going to be the next few months. So many planets retrograde, but we can get through it and we can have fun. Even when there's transits that can be a little bit funky, we can still have fun through that. So I'm also going to pull from the Archangel Michael deck. Archangel Michael, what is your message for all of us for this week with the current astrological energies? Write about your thoughts and feelings. And I also pulled this card yesterday. So the prayer is, thank you for helping me tap into my God-given creativity and wisdom so I clearly express myself and glean insight, blessing, and healing. So we're being asked to do some writing, some journaling. I know I need to do a lot more of that. Write some poetry, write a song, write out your thoughts and feelings to be aware of. Sometimes, we get clarity from saying things out loud or writing something down rather than it just being in our head. Aquarius rules the mind and the brain, and being very in the brain. Let's get it out there. Let's write something down. Let's speak out with a friend, Aquarius, what we're feeling. So thank you, Archangel Michael, for that. And lastly, I promise it's the last one, you guys, I want to pull from the Romance Angels deck because we've got so much going on with relationships right now. The North Node and the South Node are in the relationship aspect, and Venus square Uranus. So angels and all the energies that support us for our highest good. How can we deal with, and I know this is a very general reading because there's a lot of people watching this, a lot of different signs watching this, but what is the best message for all of our highest good, for everyone watching this, on how to deal with our romantic relationships, whether we're in one or we're single? How can we deal with our romantic relationships and love life? Okay. Interesting. Okay. So the first card is religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So that's something I'm noticing a lot in consultations, that spirituality is a really big factor for people in relationships right now. There's a lot of people feeling uncomfortable in love relationships because maybe the other partner has different beliefs, or maybe the other partner thinks you're crazy. I've been hearing that one a lot. It can be so polarizing right now during these times that I don't really like the word religious. I'll just say spiritual factors are a really big influence. And if you're with someone that doesn't have the same spiritual beliefs as you, not that you need to break up with them, but at least that they honor you and respect you. If you're with someone that does not respect your personal spiritual beliefs, and it maybe makes fun of you or tells you that you're crazy and you need to see professional help, that is a red flag that you definitely need to look at. And you're probably aware of that already. Been noticing that a lot. So a lot of us going through spiritual factors in our relationships. For those that are single, calling in your soulmate, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So all of you that are single out there and ready to mingle, there are mates coming in, and do some prayers, affirmations, and visualizations to call in those soulmates. That feels really cool. With so many planets retrograde, including Venus, now is actually the best time to not start a new relationship, but to review and reflect on what are your values in relationship? What kind of person do you really want to be with? What are the things that you have to have in a relationship? Not their hair has to be blonde or they need to wear earrings, or no, those aren't like really intense values, really important values to be aware of is they're respectful. Um, they're loving, whatever values it is that is important to you, that you're aware of that. So after the planets are retrograde, when we get more into middle of September, maybe you can make a new romance vision board. Spirit's showing me that. Do some kind of ceremony to really call in the soulmate after you've had your values really planted in of what it is you want. This is interesting. The last Romance Angels card we got is Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So I feel like we don't want to totally disassociate from the world. We were talking about that in the Divine Feminine Oracles show last night. But of course, it is important because a lot of us are in light work service roles, and we're really needed at this time. And even if you're not working in the healing arts and you're listening to this video, you're probably a light worker or a starseed. Hope you don't mind me saying that. And you're bringing a healing energy to whatever environments that you are in. But it is important for us to have retreats and to have time where we go within, even if it's for a weekend or 3 or 4 days. So going on a retreat with a romantic partner or going away into a beautiful place of nature can help us to navigate the energies of this week. So hope you guys enjoyed that. I love these cards, and I want to get all of Doreen Virtue's cards because I feel like it's getting harder and harder to get those. So if anyone knows a good place to get those, please put that in the comments. And before we finish up, everyone, I want to share just again that if you'd like a more personal reading with me, I'd be happy to be of service. I'm so honored to share the astrology with everyone. And those are available at MAISONJupiter.com for looking at your year ahead readings and birth chart readings. And we've got discount code Beyond Mystic that you can use to get 10% off your next reading. And also, lastly, very excited to share that Julie and I did the first new Astro Woo series for the month of August, where we do the astrology forecast for August. In general, Julie talked about the general main events that are going on. And then I went into a reading for all the 12 signs. So we did that yesterday. It was so much fun. If you haven't seen that yet, go to the Maison Jupiter YouTube channel or the Beyond Mystic YouTube channel. It's going to be available there. And this is something new that we're going to be doing once a month to forecast the astrology for the upcoming month for all the signs and the collective. And for those of you who don't know, this was a show that Julie, Janine, and JC did on the beyondmystic.net that was more of a pay-per-view style, but we're feeling to make this available to the public and everyone at this time with all the important transits going on. So hope you guys enjoyed that. And going to be a very magical August for all of us. And happy birthday to all the Leos this week. Happy solar returns to all the Leos. And see you guys next week for the next Beyond Astro. Wishing you all the most magical week ever. I love you all very, very much. Thank you so much for watching and supporting this show. And see you next week.